A quick video this week, but I figured it'd be worthwhile to post something about the Ayaneo Flip DS's new dual screen features. With AyaSpace 2.5 comes a few new keyboards and a simple trackpad for the lower screen. Both are kinda simple updates in the grand scheme of things, but man, were they sorely needed. Before the update, keyboard inputs were limited to tapping a text entry field, tapping a button to open the Windows Touch keyboard, having that keyboard take up half the space on the top screen without any comfortable way to move it to the bottom screen, and hoping that focus on the text field is maintained long enough to get the job done. After the update, I just tap a small icon on the top right of the bottom screen, and the keyboard stays open as long as I need it to, while only taking up the bottom screen for as long as I need it. Again, simple, but holy hell does it make using the Flip DS easier. Not to mention, if I need more than just a basic keyboard, a full 10 keyless version of the keyboard is available, alongside a numpad view and a reduced keyboard with only navigation keys and a few select copy-paste buttons. None of these options will necessarily be good enough to play games with, but they do make 95% of my text entry woes disappear entirely. While compact on an already small display, the keys in the default keyboard feel more than large enough for thumb typing when I need them. The full keyboard feels a bit more awkward, but I'd typically only use the view for shortcuts and number entry anyway, so no complaints with regards to usability. There are a couple ways where these keyboards could be better though. The first is the terrible vibration motor. With vibration enabled, each key press feels and sounds awful enough that it's not worth keeping enabled. And then the second issue is the fact that the text keyboards don't include the autocomplete feature available through Windows standard touch keyboard. It's not a deal breaker, but typing contractions and typos feels a lot more cumbersome. No one's going to want to write a novel or anything with these keyboards, though, to be fair, that's also not the purpose of a touch keyboard in general. But again, even with these small annoyances, just having these keyboard options at all is a huge jump in usability for the Flip DS. I'd love to see Ayaneo continue to improve these features, but right now, I honestly couldn't be happier. What's less great is the new trackpad. It's technically functional and offers a great way to click and drag without resorting to joystick to mouse controls, but it's all a bit janky. Firstly, when active, the trackpad doesn't limit the mouse cursor to the top screen, so I'm constantly finding myself accidentally moving the cursor onto the trackpad. Sometimes it's even jumped there by itself, which isn't great. Secondly, scrolling sucks. Typical two-finger scrolling feels broken for whatever reason, which really reduces the trackpad's comfort, since I'm stuck having to move my finger to the top screen whenever I need to scroll. Still, like the keyboards, I'm really glad the trackpad exists at all. Even if clearly in need of some fine-tuning, it enables an extra layer of usability that makes using the Flip DS much more comfortable outside games. And that's kinda why I wanted to create this follow-up video. Adding a touch keyboard and trackpad to the bottom screen are very small additions, but they offer just another solid reason why someone might actually want a dual screen handheld like this. Being able to swap in various keyboards of various languages for one moment's needs, then swap in a touchpad for another, or hide it all to watch a YouTube video while scrolling Twitter when those moments pass is fantastic. A physical keyboard might technically be better for playing games and text entry, but I'd much rather display system settings or guides if I'm using the built-in controls for gaming anyway. When I first reviewed the Flip DS, I already really appreciated the level of flexibility available at launch. Now, the simple addition of extra use cases for that bottom screen bridges some of the final usability gaps I've continued to experience since that review. I can't stress enough that the high price of the Flip DS still probably doesn't make it worthwhile for anyone who doesn't have a clear use case in mind, like dual screen emulation. But hey, if you have the money and are in the market for a handheld PC, the Flip DS is looking better than ever. Of course, those are my thoughts. If you're someone who bought a Flip DS or is holding out for a specific feature, let me know down in the comments. AyaSpace 2.5 also includes a bunch of other new features, like easier control remapping from AyaSpace. I'll have a link to Ayaneo's full release notes down in the video description, as well as links to my full review, if you want to check either of those out. If there are any other notable updates that change the overall usability of my Flip DS in the future, I'll add a pinned comment down below to let you all know. As per usual, I'll also keep using the device myself and offer a follow-up review when I'm about a year in. But that's going to be all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, catch you later.